You might not believe it, but one of the greatest Western films of all time was rejected over 100 times before it finally made it into production. The story of Dances with Wolves began with a forgotten book, a screenplay that no one dared to accept, and a director willing to risk both his reputation and fortune, Kevin Costner. Not only did he face unexpected challenges during filming, but he also had to battle relentless skepticism. So what turned what seemed like a doomed project into a global phenomenon, shattering records and capturing the hearts of millions? Let's uncover the secrets behind this iconic film. The accidents behind the masterpiece. On-set accidents are a frequent but often overlooked aspect of the film industry. One particularly unforgettable incident occurred when Mike had to tend to a deep cut on Kevin Costner following an intense wrestling scene. Another serious mishap took place during the renowned buffalo hunt sequence, where Costner was thrown from his horse. Despite his extensive experience, the unpredictability of working with wild animals and executing stunts remained a constant risk. However, it wasn't only the lead actors who faced danger. Dean Semler's daughter, who was employed as a horse wrangler, was also injured when she was thrown from a horse, resulting in 2 broken wrists. The severity of her injuries forced her to leave the set for medical attention. These accidents were not isolated incidents, but rather a reflection of the physically demanding nature of filming, particularly in horseback scenes. In one of the most devastating accidents, a supporting actor was left paralyzed after falling from his horse during a high-speed chase. This tragic event served as a sobering reminder of the hazards inherent in filmmaking, especially when working with powerful animals. Despite the film's critical acclaim and numerous awards, its production was fraught with challenges, making safety an utmost priority. Although stringent precautions and comprehensive insurance measures were in place, the film industry remains a high-risk profession. The accidents that occurred during the making of Dances with Wolves became an indelible part of its history, shedding light on the immense dedication, resilience, and courage of the cast and crew. While these incidents were undeniably painful, they also played a role in shaping one of the most iconic films in cinematic history. By overcoming these trials, the team not only created a masterpiece but also demonstrated the unity, perseverance, and bravery required to thrive in such a demanding industry. Difficulties in the filming process. The production of Dances with Wolves was an immense challenge that pushed the crew to their physical and creative limits, with obstacles emerging at every stage. Securing the script and obtaining producer approval was merely the first step. The real test came during filming, which was far more demanding than anticipated. The movie required not only advanced cinematographic techniques, but also meticulous coordination of various elements, from vast shooting locations to a diverse cast in unpredictable natural conditions. Most of the film was shot in the untamed landscapes of South Dakota and Wyoming, spanning 30 different locations that authentically captured the essence of the American West. While breathtakingly beautiful, these sites presented formidable challenges, including treacherous terrain and extreme weather conditions. To navigate these difficulties, the crew had to prepare extensively, carefully planning each day of filming to maintain efficiency and ensure the production remained on schedule. A defining aspect of the film was its commitment to authenticity, particularly in its portrayal of Native American culture. To achieve this, the production enlisted 400 Native American extras, adding a profound layer of cultural depth and realism. Additionally, 30 traditional teepees were constructed to depict the living spaces of the characters, immersing audiences in the historical and cultural setting of the story. Beyond the complexities of set design and casting, the crew also had to manage an array of wildlife, a challenge that demanded rigorous planning and heightened safety measures. The film required working with 3,500 buffalo, 300 horses, and 2 wolves, each of which presented unique logistical and safety concerns. On top of this, the filming schedule spanned 108 days, from July to November, during which the crew endured extreme temperature fluctuations, ranging from a sweltering 100 degrees 38 degrees in summer to a bitter 20 6 degrees in late autumn. These grueling environmental conditions made an already demanding production even more arduous. Despite these immense challenges, the team remained resilient, channeling their dedication and perseverance into creating a deeply moving and visually stunning film. Dances with Wolves stands as a testament to their relentless efforts. With its critical and commercial success, serving as a reflection of their unwavering passion and the hardships they overcame throughout the production process. The buffalo hunt scene. The buffalo hunt scene stands as one of the most ambitious and visually striking moments in the film, highlighting not only technical expertise but also the collaborative effort of a vast team. Filming this monumental buffalo hunt scene spanned 8 days, involving an extensive crew that included 20 horse handlers, 24 local drivers, and 150 extras. To capture the scale and intensity of the hunt, production utilized a helicopter and 10 specially equipped camera trucks, ensuring dynamic and immersive shots. The herd featured in the scene belonged to South Dakota rancher Roy Hook, who owns the world's largest private buffalo herd with more than 3,500 animals. Managing such a massive herd was an extraordinary challenge, requiring careful planning, early morning preparations, and precise positioning to achieve the critical 5 to 8 minutes of action needed for each take. For close-up shots, the crew used trained buffalo, including Mammoth, loaned by musician Neil Young and Cody, provided by a South Dakota meat producer. Surprisingly, Oreo cookies proved to be an effective tool in guiding the buffalo into position. However, not all the animals seen on screen were real. Kevin Costner's production company invested $250,000 in crafting a highly realistic robotic buffalo, alongside rubber stand-ins used for select scenes. These props were so lifelike that a concerned passerby once called 911, mistaking one for a wounded animal, much to the surprise of responding officers. The buffalo hunt sequence ultimately became a defining moment of the film, showcasing the ingenuity, determination, and meticulous craftsmanship of the entire production team. Their ability to transform an intricate vision into one of the most unforgettable scenes in cinema history remains a testament to their creativity and dedication. I never would have known that buffalo was fake if I hadn't seen the behind-the-scenes footage. Pretty surprising, right? Stay tuned because there are even more unexpected surprises waiting for you to discover. Dancing with the Wolves. In Dances with Wolves, bison are depicted as formidable creatures, yet they do not fully embody the menacing image suggested by the film's title. Similarly, the wolves featured in the movie are not entirely wild. The roles of the protagonist's loyal companions were played by 2 trained wolves, Buck and Teddy. Despite their training, these wolves retained their natural instincts, making their behavior unpredictable and at times difficult to manage. Although the crew worked diligently to train them, they still posed risks. One of the trainers experienced this firsthand when he was bitten and aggressively pursued by the wolves. In a tense moment, lead actor Kevin Costner intervened, tossing raw meat to distract them, allowing the scene to proceed safely. His quick thinking not only underscored his courage, but also highlighted the level of skill and adaptability required when working with wild animals on set. Filming with the wolves demanded immense patience and preparation. The crew invested significant time acclimating to the animals, feeding them, and gradually building trust to ensure a smooth production process. Actors had to develop a unique rapport with the wolves, even resorting to howling to capture their attention during key scenes. This process required more than just acting ability. It called for an understanding of animal behavior and a deep respect for nature. The wolves added emotional depth to the film, reinforcing its themes of connection, harmony, and mutual respect between humans and the natural world. Dances with Wolves is more than a tale of survival in the wilderness. It is a story of bravery, friendship, and the profound bond between man and nature. The film also stands as a testament to the dedication and perseverance of the crew, showcasing their ability to overcome challenges and achieve artistic collaboration between humans and wildlife. Dangerous action scenes and creative filmmaking. Kevin Costner demonstrated remarkable dedication to his role by performing nearly 95% of his own stunts, emphasizing his commitment to authenticity. Even when faced with unexpected challenges during filming, his determination never wavered. One notable example occurred during the intense buffalo hunt scene when he was thrown off his horse. Instead of pausing the shoot, he quickly mounted a stunt double's horse and continued filming without hesitation. This moment exemplifies not only his professionalism but also his resilience and unwavering work ethic. However, ensuring the safety of actors and crew while filming dangerous sequences required careful adjustments. For instance, although the script originally called for bareback riding, some actors were allowed to use saddles to improve their stability and comfort. To maintain the film's historical accuracy, these saddles were cleverly concealed beneath blankets, preserving the visual authenticity while prioritizing safety. These subtle modifications allowed the cast to deliver thrilling, high-energy action scenes without unnecessary risks. By balancing realism with safety, the production team successfully created breathtaking action sequences that captivated audiences. The film's stunning visuals and seamless execution were a testament to the professionalism and creative ingenuity of both the cast and crew, proving that dedication and adaptability were key to bringing this cinematic masterpiece to life. Fort Sedgwick, a forgotten chapter in history. In filmmaking, nature often plays an unexpected yet vital role in shaping the audience's experience. This was evident at Fort Sedgwick, where the production crew encountered significant challenges due to a severe drought. A key issue was the rapid evaporation of the water reservoir, which was essential for maintaining the setting's authenticity. To counteract this, water trucks had to be deployed daily to replenish the reservoir, underscoring the relentless power of nature and humanity's constant struggle to adapt to its forces. Beyond its role in the film, Fort Sedgwick carries a deeper, largely forgotten history. The movie portrays the fort as abandoned and in a state of decay, yet it never delves into why it was left in ruins, or the fate of its former occupants. A deleted scene would have revealed that the fort endured multiple attacks by Native American warriors, steadily weakening its defenses. With no reinforcements and dwindling resources, the soldiers were ultimately forced to retreat, leaving the fort to fall into desolation. Although this scene was omitted, its inclusion would have provided crucial context, enriching the historical depth of the film and shedding light on the harsh realities faced by those stationed at Fort Sedgwick. These overlooked details serve as a reminder of the untold stories of sacrifice and resilience. While the film does not fully explore this aspect, the history behind Fort Sedgwick adds depth to the narrative, offering a glimpse into the endurance and struggles of those who lived through this turbulent chapter of the past. Out-of-sequence scene, a subtle but noticeable error. One subtle yet significant continuity error appears in the final moments of the film, where a small but crucial detail is overlooked. Despite the emotional weight of the scene, a clear inconsistency in the character's costume stands out. Kevin Costner is dressed in lighter, casual clothing, while those around him are bundled up in heavy coats, creating a visual imbalance that disrupts the scene's cohesion. This discrepancy likely resulted from unpredictable weather changes during filming, which led to inconsistencies in the shooting schedule. One part of the scene was filmed on a warm day, while another was shot in colder conditions. As a result, the mismatched footage could not be seamlessly adjusted, leaving an unfortunate inconsistency in the film's final moments where audiences typically expect a flawless conclusion. This isn't the only instance of such an oversight. The opening Civil War scene, while historically significant, also contains costume inaccuracies that don't fully align with the period. Though seemingly minor, these errors detract from the film's overall authenticity and immersive quality. While these details may go unnoticed by some, they impact the film's sense of perfection. Even small inconsistencies in wardrobe can break the audience's connection to the narrative, pulling them out of the immersive experience. These errors often become more apparent on a second viewing, leaving a lasting impression. Despite these flaws, the film successfully delivers powerful emotional moments. With more precise editing, these minor inconsistencies could have been corrected, enhancing the film's overall cohesion. Every detail in filmmaking matters, from costume choices to scene transitions, helping to maintain the audience's engagement. While the film effectively conveys its message, refining these small elements could have elevated it further, emphasizing the importance of consistency and meticulous attention to detail in cinematic storytelling. What do you think about these small errors? Do they affect your experience of the film? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Western films have long been criticized for their portrayal of Native American cultures, with one of the most common issues being the use of English instead of indigenous languages. However, Dances with Wolves broke new ground by incorporating the Lakota Sioux language, with over a quarter of the script translated into Lakota. This bold decision was a demonstration of respect for Native American heritage, yet it also presented significant challenges for the production team. One of the primary difficulties was that most of the actors were non-native and unfamiliar with the language. To ensure linguistic authenticity, a dialect coach was hired to train the actors in the correct pronunciation and intonation of Lakota. Leading this effort was Doris Leader-Charge, a Lakota language expert, who was brought on board to assist with both translation and coaching. This was her first experience translating a film script, which proved to be a complex task, as she had to balance linguistic accuracy with cultural sensitivity. Beyond her work as a language consultant, Doris Leader-Charge also took on a significant on-screen role, portraying Pretty Shield, a character deeply rooted in Lakota traditions. Her teaching approach extended beyond pronunciation, offering actors valuable insight into the cultural significance of the language. However, one subtle linguistic nuance went unnoticed by the production team. Lakota features distinct gendered speech patterns, meaning certain words and expressions differ depending on whether the speaker is male or female. Because this detail was not fully grasped by everyone on set, some male characters unknowingly delivered lines in a way that native Lakota speakers would typically associate with female speech. This linguistic oversight led to unintentional yet amusing moments for those fluent in Lakota. Although these translation quirks were not the filmmaker's intention, they underscored the complexity of the Lakota language and the cultural subtleties that can be overlooked without in-depth understanding. Nevertheless, Dances with Wolves played a pivotal role in bringing the Lakota language to a global audience, providing an unprecedented level of exposure to an indigenous culture rarely represented in mainstream cinema. This effort aligns with a growing movement in the film industry to portray indigenous cultures with greater authenticity and respect. While Dances with Wolves did face minor linguistic challenges, it remains a landmark achievement in integrating indigenous languages and traditions into Hollywood storytelling. The film not only sparked discussions about cultural preservation but also set a precedent for more inclusive and respectful portrayals of Native American communities in cinema. Kevin Costner as an honorary Sioux. One of Costner's most meaningful experiences was being honored as an honorary member of the Sioux tribe. In a traditional ceremony, an eagle feather symbolizing honor and respect was tied to his hair as a mark of recognition. Costner had long felt a deep connection with Native American culture, dating back to his childhood, when he often chose to play the role of a Native American in games. His passion ultimately led him to create Dances with Wolves, not just as a cinematic masterpiece but also as a cultural bridge. However, not all of his actions were met with approval. When Costner planned to purchase sacred land in Black Hills for a luxury resort, he faced strong opposition from the Sioux, who regarded the land as spiritually significant. Acknowledging their concerns, Costner decided to cancel the project in 2013, demonstrating his respect for their values and traditions. Choosing the actor with deep insight. Kevin Costner is widely recognized for his sharp creative vision, and Dances with Wolves stands as a prime example of his commitment to authenticity. This vision extends beyond the storyline and into the film's casting choices. One of the most pivotal decisions was selecting the actress for Stands with a Fist, a character inspired by the real-life story of Cynthia Ann Parker. Parker was a young girl who was abducted by the Comanche tribe in 1836 and, over time, fully assimilated into their culture, eventually marrying a Comanche warrior. Years later, she was recaptured by white soldiers and forced to leave the only life she had known. What makes Costner's casting approach fascinating is his departure from conventional Hollywood norms. At a time when many female roles were given to youthful, glamorous actresses, Costner deliberately sought something different. He wanted an actress whose face carried the marks of time, one that reflected a life of hardship and resilience. His unconventional yet deeply thoughtful decision led him to marry McDonnell, who, at 37, was older than the typical Hollywood leading lady. Initially, she didn't fit his original vision, but her powerful audition changed everything. McDonnell's performance demonstrated not only her commanding presence but also her ability to convey the depth of emotion necessary for the role. Beyond her acting prowess, McDonnell faced an additional challenge learning to speak Lakota. This linguistic barrier required intense dedication and immersion, but her commitment to mastering the language convinced Costner and the production team that she was the right choice. This exemplifies Costner's distinctive approach to directing. Rather than prioritizing age or traditional beauty, he sought actors who could fully embody the complexities of their characters. In bringing Stands with a Fist to life, McDonnell delivered a performance that was both emotionally charged and deeply human. Her portrayal of a woman torn between two identities, grappling with loss and survival, became one of the most compelling aspects of the film. Her ability to convey raw emotion and inner strength played a crucial role in elevating Dances with Wolves into an unforgettable cinematic experience, one that resonates with audiences as both a captivating narrative, a powerful exploration of identity. Thank you for joining us on this journey to uncover a major mistake that few have noticed in Dances with Wolves. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep exploring fascinating mysteries in other classic films, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is what drives us to bring you more captivating movie stories. Click on the video in the corner of the screen to discover even more surprises. See you next time.